Okay. Hi, good morning to everybody. In this class, I will explain some problems based on Newton's second law. You know very well, according to Newton's second law, rate of change in momentum is directly proportional to external force acts on the particle. F is proportional to dp by dt, or F is equal to dp by dt, P is replaced by mv. That is equal to m into dv by dt plus v into dm by dt. Already this concept is been discussed in previous videos, right? Okay, here there are some problems regarding to the same concept. The first problem is, see here, a balloon with its contents weighing 160 newtons, moving down with an acceleration of a is equal to g by 2 meter per second square. Find the mass to be removed from the balloon so that it moves up with an acceleration a is equal to g by 3 meter per second square. This is the requirement. Initially, balloon. And what are the contents lying inside the balloon? Like gaseous medium, hydrogen gas. Initially, the balloon is moving upwards with some acceleration a is equal to g by 2. If some mass is removed from the balloon, then it moves down with an acceleration a equal to g by 3 meter per second square. Then find the amount of mass to be removed from the balloon, right? Okay. Here, before we doing the problem, let us imagine. So, in physics, all the problems they can do by knowing the concept very well. Without knowing the concept clearly, we can't do any single problem. But some of the students, they simply by heart the questions and also by heart the answers. It is wrong way. So, 10 questions చేసే దగ్గర 2 questions చేయండి. 2 questions చాలా క్లియర్ గా చేయండి. Just will improve our confidence levels. Right? Okay. Suppose here, first one, let us imagine it is a balloon, right? Let the mass of the balloon is equal to capital M, suppose. Initially it is given the balloon is moving upwards with an acceleration of g by 2, downwards with an acceleration a is equal to g by 2 meter per second square. While reading the problem, compulsory the given values must be underlined using a pencil for every problem. A equal to g by 2. Here, let us consider it is a balloon. Let us imagine how many forces are acting are there on the balloon in what direction. So throughout or around the balloon there is an ingredient, weight of the balloon is acting vertically downward direction. Weight is nothing but W is equal to mg, right? As the balloon is moving downwards, a medium will exert a force which opposes its motion in what direction? Upward direction. That is called as Fd, means force of buoyancy. The force exerted on the body by the air medium is called as the buoyancy force. Okay? This force of buoyancy and its concept, it is totally discussed in the chapter Mechanical Properties of Fluids. No need in this class. Just we should understand here, Fp in upward direction and mg in downward direction. And what is the motion of the balloon? Moving downwards. Balloon is moving downwards means downwards with an acceleration a, and a is equivalent to g by 2 meter per second. As it moves downwards, mg should be greater than fd, కిందకి వెళ్తా ఉంది, downward force should be greater than the upward force. Subtopic here, mg greater than fd. Suppose mg is equal to say 100 newtons, fd is equal to 20 newtons, right? These two are unequal. If these two are equal, what happens? Balloon may be at rest or moving with uniform velocity. Uniform velocity related to acceleration a equal to 0. mg should be greater than fb, there is a net force acting downward direction. Therefore, the net force acting downwards, is given by Fp is equal to what is value? Mg minus Fp. Am I right? Mg 100, Fp 20. Downward direction move 100 should be greater than 20. What is the resultant force acting downwards? 100 minus 20, it is equivalent to Mg minus Fp. Only 100 and 20. These are the examples for our convenience. Again from Newton's second law, F is equivalent to Ma, that is equal Mg minus Fp, right? Mg minus Fp. Okay. From this formula, Fp is equal to what is value? Fp is equal to Mg minus Ma or M into G minus T. It is equal to capital M into G minus A is replaced by G by 2. G minus G by 2 is equal to G by 2. Right? Fb is equal to capital Mg by 2. Remember this formula. Okay. It is situation 1. And in the second situation, if some mass is removed from the balloon, it moves up with an acceleration A equal to G by 2. So in the second case, it is a balloon. Some mass is removed such that mass of the balloon and its contents remaining is equal to, suppose it is small, right? As the balloon is moving upward direction, weight of the balloon is acting downwards, mg, and force of balancing is always acting upward direction, Fb. Again, as the balloon is moving upwards, A is also equivalent to G by 3. Bike move compulsory Fb is greater than mg. Net force acting upwards is given by net force acting on the balloon upwards is given by F is equal to Fb minus mg. Right? Here F is also equal to small f into A, not capital M. Here what is small m? Mass of the balloon remaining. In the second case, if some mass is removed, remaining mass of the balloon is equivalent to small m. Right? Ma is equal to Fb minus mg. Fb minus mg. Or from this, Fb is equal to what is value? Small m into A plus g. Or this is equal small m into A is replaced by enter the value G by 3 plus G. That is equal to G by 3 plus G is equal to 4G by 3. So 4 by 3 into small m into G. It is equation 2. It is also equal to Fb. Cut Fb is equal to 4 by 3 into small m into G. But in the first equation, Fb is equal to capital Mg by 2. By solving these two equations, both are equal to Fb. LHS are same. Therefore, capital Mg by 2 is equal to small 4 by 3 small m into G. Both sides G and G cancel. What is capital initial mass? Initial mass is equal to initial weight is checked. Weight is nothing but capital Mg. Capital Mg is equal to 160 gram. Capital into G is equal to 10. It is equal to 160. 0 cancel. Then capital is equal to 16 kilograms. Right? So 16 by 2 is equal to 4 by 3 into small m. 4 1 is 4 4. 2 1 is 2 2. Now then small m is equal to 2 into 3 is equal to 6 kilograms. Right? Here what is small m? Mass of the balloon remaining. Then what is the mass to be removed? Mass of the contents removed from the balloon is equal to original mass minus remaining mass. Original mass is equal to 16 kilograms minus removed mass is equal to 6, that is equal to 10 kilograms. So this is the value of mass to be removed in the second case. Are you understand? A very very important problem. Each and every problem in this laws of motion, they should concentrate very well. They should concentrate strictly. Otherwise, in the next topics, the most difficult problems are there. So to solve the more difficult problems, compulsory you should know the conceptual based questions in this concept. Right? Okay. Here FB, we don't know the value of FB. So there is no need of to know the value of FB here. Okay. So that is the first question. Right? See the second question here. Second question. A particle is at rest at x is equal to a and a force Fr is equal to minus b by x square into I cap begins to act on the particle. The particle starts its motion towards the origin along the x-axis. Find the velocity of the particle when it reaches a distance x from the origin. Right? So first one, what is the situation here? This is the x-axis and this is the origin. It is x direction. So initially, a particle is at rest at what point? X is equal to a. Suppose this is the point a, or the distance of the point from the origin is equal to a. Suppose it is capital A. Or P. P is any point on the x-axis. Distance from the origin is equal to small m. The particle, mass of the particle is equal to small m, which is lying at the point. Now, a force Fr is equal to minus b by x square into I cap. Minus I cap means minus I cap. Force is acting on the particle along negative x direction. That means the force is acting like this direction. Minus means negative x direction. Here Fr is equal to b by x square, as the particle approaches towards the origin, the value of x will be changes. As x will be changes, F is also changes. That means it is the variable force. It is a variable force. We cannot apply the formula F equal to ma directly. F is equal to ma formula is applied only when a constant force is applied on the particle. Here the force is variable. That's why the same formula cannot be applicable, right? And what is the magnitude of the force? F is equal to b by x square. Only magnitude. Okay. F is equal to magnitude is equal to b by x square. It is begins to act on the particle. The particle starts its motion towards the origin along x-axis. Along x-axis, the particle starts moving. Okay. Find the velocity of the particle when it reaches a distance x from the origin. Suppose it will start here. Q and a point. Distance of the point Q from the origin is equal to x. We will find the value of velocity of the particle at this point. What is velocity? Understand? Okay. F is equal to b by x square. We will find the value of v. F is a variable. The acceleration is also variable. Velocity is also variable. Therefore, now we can written as F is equal to b by x square. From Newton's second law, F is equivalent to ma. As F is variable, A is also variable, right? That is equal to m into A is replaced by dv by dt, rate of change in velocity is called acceleration. But here the force is not variable with respect to time. It is varied with respect to distance. That's why the time parameter undergoes. Under this value, this total equation is multiplied with dx and also divided with dx. For our convenience, that is equal to m into, right, dv by dx into, this can be written as dx by dt. dx by dt. What is the value of dx by dt? X is the displacement. Rate of change in displacement is called velocity. So that is equal to m into dv by dx into dx by dt is also equal to v. Okay. From this formula, v into dv akkade unchi ee m by dx value velocity ఎంత అవుతుంది? f by m into dx is equal to v into dv, v into dv. Okay. F value changes with respect to displacement. V also changes with respect to same displacement. Now, We will find the velocity at a distance x from the origin means all our variable means taking the integration on both sides. Integration. Here the distance will be changing from a to x kada. Lower limit a and upper limit is x. Initially the particle starting from rest means initial velocity 0. Final velocity will be here v is the variable value here. Initial velocity 0 and final velocity is 0. Right. So integral f is equal to what is the value of f? F is given by b by x square. B by x square into m into dx. Limits from a to x is equal to integral v dv. Limits are taken from 0 to again my dear students here b is a constant term, m is mass of the particle is also constant. ఈ రెండు కాన్స్టెంట్ వాల్యూస్ పక్కన రాసాము అనుకోండి b by m into right integral dx by x square into limits from x to a to x is equal integral v dv. Limits are taken from 0 to p. Or for our convenience it is equal to b by m into integral 1 by x square means it is x power minus 2 into dx. Limits from a to x is equal integral v dv and 0 to v. ఇప్పుడు ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ చేద్దాం. You know some integration formulas. Integral x power n into dx is equal to ఈ ఫార్ములా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. Integral x power n into dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. X power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Okay. Here b by m into integral x power n into dx. You model and n is equivalent to minus 2 here. That's why x power n plus 1 means minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. Limits taken from 0 to a to x, that is equal to integral v dv is equal, and this is also integral x power n into dx, v power 1. So that is v power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. Limits from 0 to that is equal to b by m into x power minus 2 plus 1 means x power minus 1 by minus 2 plus 1 minus 1. Limits a to x is equal, this is v square by 2. Limits from 0 to v. Okay, right. Here b by m into minus 1 by x a to x is equal v square by 2 0 to v. Okay, so that is b by m into here x is the upper limit and a is the lower limit. In this variable we will apply upper limit minus lower limit means minus 1 by x minus of lower limit minus 1 by a. That is equal here v square by 2 upper limit minus 0 square by 2 lower limit. So b by m into here what is value minus 1 by x minus into minus plus 1 by a is equal here b square by 2. Okay, from this b by m into what is LCM here ax. So minus a plus x is equal to b square by 2. B square by 2. Next here b by m into మనకు కావాల్సిన వాల్యూ ఏంటి b స్క్వేర్ కావాలి. b స్క్వేర్ is equal to 2 ఇలా తీసుకొచ్చాం అనుకోండి 2b by m into here this can be written as x minus a by ax, right? Or velocity v is equal to root of 2b by m into x minus a by ax. Okay na? So that is the final formula. V is equal to root of 2b by m into x minus a by ax. Right, my dear students? Only this formula, this integration method is applicable when the force is variable. If the force is constant, there is no need of taking the integration part here. But to solve the problems using integration method, we should know some formulas regarding to integration and also differentiation. basic formulas. What are the basic formulas? First one is compulsory రెండేనా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, మిగిలిన గుర్తున్నా లేకపోయినా ఈ రెండు ఫార్ములాస్ అని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. వాట్ ఇస్ ఇట్? d by dx of x power n is equal to n into x power n minus 1. It is the first formula. Indication లో integral x power n into dx is equal x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. ఈ రెండు ఫార్ములాస్ ని గుర్తుంచుకోండి ప్లీజ్. d by dx of x power n equal to n into x power n minus 1. Integral x power n into dx equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. కంపల్సరీ బయాలజీ స్టూడెంట్స్ మాత్రం కంపల్సరీ గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. బట్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ స్టూడెంట్స్ వాళ్ళకి ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ లోనే సెకండ్ ఇయర్ లోనే క్యాల్కులస్ ఇస్తుంది డిఫరెన్షియేషన్, అందులో ఆల్మోస్ట్ అన్ని వచ్చేస్తుంది. బట్ బయాలజీ స్టూడెంట్స్ మాత్రం ఎప్పటికప్పుడు ఈ మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ లో వచ్చే ఫార్ములాస్ అన్ని కూడా కంపల్సరీ యూ షుడ్ నోట్ డౌన్ ఇన్ ది అనదర్ ఈ 100 pages నోట్ తీసుకుని దాంట్లో ఎప్పటికప్పుడు వచ్చే ఫార్ములాస్ అన్ని నోట్ చేసుకోండి. ఓకేనా? రైట్. Let my dear students, here there is one another example corresponding to the same formulas or same concept. A body of mass 8 kilograms, mass of the body is 8 kilograms, is moved by its force F is equal to 3x newtons, where x is the distance covered. Initial position is x is equal to 2 meters, final position is x equal to 10 meters. If initially the body is at rest, find the final speed of the body, same as the above problem. F is equal to 3x, first identify whether the force is constant or variable. As x changes, F is also changes. That means F is variable. F is variable. Given mass of the body is equal to 8 kilograms, let the body is moved from x is equal to 2 meters to x is equal to 10 meters. F is a positive term. Let this is the x-axis and this is the origin. Initially the body is lying at x is equal to 2 meters. So this is the point P and this distance is equal to 2 meters. It is moved from P to another point Q along the same positive x-axis because the force is positive, It is moved through a distance of 10 meters. 10 meters. By applying the force like this direction, F is equivalent to 3x. It is also variable. Here, what is the quantity to find here? Find the final speed of the body. Initial speed of the body at t is equal to initially it is at rest, means u equal to 0. We will calculate the value of v. Same formula and final ఏదైతే ప్రాబ్లం చేసామో similar problem. Say here from Newton's second law F equal to ma. M into a is replaced by dv by dt. For our convenience it is multiplied with dx and divided with dx because force is in terms of displacement, not in terms of time. Because here we are having, we are not having the time parameter with respect to time and thesis here. That is equal to m into this equation dv by dx into dv by dx into again dx by dt. That is equal to m into dx by dt is equal to velocity into dv by dx, right? So from this formula vdv is equal to m by dx గా తీసుకురండి. ఎంత అవుతుంది? f by m into dx, right? Taking the integration of both sides, integral. Here this is velocity variation, velocity changing from 0 to v, and here displacement changes dx is the variable. Displacement will change from 2 to 10. Okay, integral vdv is equal to what is value? V square by 2, that is equal, what is f? F is equal to 3x by mass of the body is equal to 8 into dx, limits taken from 2 to 10. So that is equal 3 by 8 is a constant value. Integral x dx is equal, what is value? X square by 2, limits from 2 to 10. Therefore v square by 2 is equal to 3 by 8 into, right? First we should apply the upper limit instead of x, means 10 square by 2 minus lower limit means x is replaced with 2. That means 2 square by 2. So that is 3 by 8 into 10 square means 100. 100 by 2 is equal to 50 minus 4 by 2. 2. So this is 3 by 8 into 50 minus 2 is equal to 48. 8 1 to 86. So that is equal to 18. V square is equal to 18 into 2. V square by 2 is equal to 18. V square is equal to 18 into 2, that is equal to 36. Then V is equal to root 36 or V is equal to 6 meter per second. This is the final velocity at the point Q where the particle is lying at a distance 10 meter from the opposite. Right? This is the required answer. Okay. Next one. Another problem. It's one very important. Suppose there are so many students studied in Olympiads and also e-techno schools. So they can easily solve such type of problems. But some of the students came from the government schools and also other private schools. They don't have enough idea to solve the problems in physics. Why? Because the foundation in the classes they are not given by institution. So that's why they feel physics has a use and physics has a fear. Don't think my dear students said that along the direction. Do the problem by applying a known formula and we can do the mistakes. We are doing mistakes, so many mistakes. Any mistakes you cheste నీకు అంత సబ్జెక్ట్ వస్తుంది అంతే. మిస్టేక్స్ చేయకుండా ఎవరికి సబ్జెక్ట్ రాదు, అందరికీ ఫస్ట్ నుంచి రాదు. ఎవరు కూడా స్టార్టింగ్ నుంచి లోయర్ లెవెల్ నుంచి ఇన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎవరు చేయరు, మీరు చేయలేదు, మేము కూడా చేయలేదు. బట్ నాకు ఎందుకు రాదు అనేటువంటి ఒక క్వశ్చన్ వేసుకుని ఖచ్చితంగా స్టడీ అవర్లో ఫాలో అవుతూ స్టడీ అవర్లో సార్ తోటి జస్ట్ జర్నీ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్గా మీ సబ్జెక్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఇంకో అవుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే రేపే మీరు మెయిన్స్ ఎగ్జామ్ రాయలే, రేపే మీరు నీట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాయట్లా, అడ్వాన్స్ ఎగ్జామ్ రాయట్లా. వీఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ 2 years ఆఫ్ పీరియడ్. ఇన్ దట్ 2 years చాలా తెలుసుకోవాలి ఇంకా మనం. నంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్, నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఐడియాస్, నంబర్ ఆఫ్ వెరీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. సో దట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్ ఓన్లీ ఇన్ ఫిజిక్స్, not possible in mathematics, not possible in chemistry. Right? Understanding questions, analytical questions, thinking questions, skill type questions, all are lying in physics only. Okay, right. Compulsory you should focus more on physics, then only you got a good mark. Okay. Here, see this problem. A very flexible chain of length L and mass L is vertically suspended with its lower end just touching the table. Step by step చదువుకోండి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మీద. Uniform chain, length of the chain is equal to L. Length of the chain is equal to L. Mass of the chain is equal to L. Is vertically suspended with its lower end just touching the table. Say for example, ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ దాన్ని సస్పెండ్ చేసామంటాము. The chain is having so many number of links. These are the number of links. Chain is having so many number of links. This is the surface of the cable. Total length of the chain is equal to L and total mass is equal to capital L. You understand? ఎలా పట్టుకున్నాము? Suppose దీన్ని ఇక్కడ రిలీజ్ చేసామనుకుందాం. If it is released so that each link strikes the table and comes to rest on the table. What force the chain will exert on the table at the moment y part of length of the chain fall onto the table? Y part of the chain fall onto the table means there is some length which is lying in vertical position. Suppose here this is the remaining one. And y part of the length of the chain fall on the table like this. Y part of the chain of the length is fall on the table. And what is the length of the chain remaining in vertical position? L minus y. Because total length is L. Length of the chain fall onto the table is y. Remaining length is equivalent to L minus y. what is our aim? Find the force exerted on the table by the chain. అది మనకు కావాల్సింది. సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ this is a duster. Let the duster is kept on the palm or a horizontal table. Find the force exerted on the table by the duster. What is it? It is just nothing but weight of the duster, you know. Weight of the duster is acting downwards. The force acting on the table by the duster means its weight only. When it is possible, if it is at rest on the table, force acting on the table by the duster is only its weight. But here it is not possible. The chain is step by step falling onto the table. That means each link strikes the table with some velocity. After that it will come to rest. So here, due to this path, its weight is acting downward direction. It is nothing but the force acting on the chain, on the table. Remaining one is force exerted on the table due to change in momentum of each link. Right? It will strike with velocity. Each chain strikes with some velocity on the table. That means due to its velocity, it will exert some force on the table. After that, it will come to rest. Its weight is also exert some force on the table. So therefore, net force acting on the table should be equivalent to weight of the chain on the table plus force due to transfer of momentum of each link. Okay, now so therefore here net force acting on the table is equal to weight of the chain of length. Which part of the chain is lying on the table? Y. Plus force exerted on the table due to transfer of momentum. Force due to transfer of momentum. Okay, right. In the word okay. But how do you find out the weight of the chain of length L, length Y? Because total length of the chain is L and its mass is M. But we don't know the value of mass of the chain having a length Y. Then how it is calculated? For a length L, mass of the chain is equal to capital M. For 1 unit length, mass of the chain is equal to M by L. M by L means mass per unit length. Unit length 1 centimeter. For a length Y, mass of the chain is equal to small m, and small m is equal to M by L into what is this value? Pi. Mass per unit length into length, that should be equivalent to mass of the chain. Okay. Weight of the chain of length Y means it is equivalent to small mg plus force due to transfer of momentum. That means M into V now. M into V. But it is also wrong, you know. Each link strikes the table with a velocity. But if the chain is falling onto the table, mass is variable. Mass is variable means V into dm by dt. Are you understand? It is discussed in previous class. If mass is variable and velocity is constant, the force needed is equal to V into dm by dt. But what is small m? Small m is replaced by capital M by L into Y. So you could replace it. Small m is equal to capital M by L into Y into G plus V into, right? dm by dt is equal means d by dt of m is replaced by capital M by L into Y. Therefore, it is equal to capital M by L into M by L into Y into G plus Here m by l is a constant. By transform v into m by l into dy by dt, you know, dy by dt, where y is equal to y length of the chain is onto the table, means rate of change in length is also equal to velocity once again. So that is equal m by l into y into g plus v into m by l into dy by dt is also equal to v. Okay, that is m by l y g plus v into v equal v square into m by l. V square into m by l. What is v? V means it is the velocity imparted on the table by the chain. It is a freely falling body, you know. Velocity v is equal to root of 2gh. Here what is h? Y part of the chain is on the table, means it is equal to 2gy. Freely falling body velocity. So that is m by l y g plus v square is replaced by v is equal to root of 2gy. Then v square is equal to 2gy into m by l. So on common this, so LCM is l m y g plus 2 m y g. So what is value? M by g plus 3 m by g. 3 m y g by m. That is the formula for total force exerted on the table by the chain. Okay, very important in the sense of, and I mean mains level and also advanced level. No need of neat levels, right? Note of this formula. See here the next example. A force produces an acceleration of 16 meter per second square in a mass of 0.5 kilograms and an acceleration 4 meter per second square in an unknown mass when applied separately. If both the masses are tied together, what will be the acceleration under the same force? Very nice problem. First one, for a first body alone, mass is equivalent to 0.5. Acceleration is 16. The force acting on the first body is given by F is equivalent to, you know, m1 a1. m1 is 0.5 and a1 is equal to 16. It is equivalent to 8 newtons. Force is equivalent to 8 newtons. Right? In the next case, acceleration produced in the second body is 4 meter per second square, whose mass is unknown when applied separately in that. Second condition low, for the second body, same force means F is equal to m to a2. You know, it implies mass of the second body is equivalent to F by a2. What is F? 8 by acceleration produced in the second body equal to 4. 8 by 4 is equal to 2 kilograms. Second mass is equal to 2 kilograms. Next, in the third case, when the two bodies are tied together, means this is the case. First body m1, second body m2, and also what will be the acceleration under the same force? Here also we are applying the same force. Then find the acceleration A. From Newton's second law, F equivalent to m1 plus m2 into A. m1 plus m2 into A. Or A is equal F by m1 plus m2. F is by the same force means 8 newtons by m1 plus m2 is equal. m1 is 0.5 and m2 is equal to 2. That means 2.5. That is 8 by 2.5 means 5 by 2 means into 2. 16 by 5. 16 by 5 means 3.2 meter per second square. So there is acceleration produced when both the masses are tied together. They have the same force. Acceleration A equal to 3.2 meter per second square. Very nice problem. Very interesting concept. Next one. The second problem, sixth problem is Let a liquid of density rho flows along a horizontal pipe of uniform cross section A with a velocity v through a right angled bend as shown in figure. What force has to be exerted at the bend to hold the pipe in equilibrium position? Already we discussed the mass flow rate and volume flow rate. What is the formula for mass flow rate? Mass flow rate m by t is equal to a into v into rho. Volume flow rate is equal to volume of liquid entering into the pipe in a time of 1 second is called, this is a into small v. Small v indicates velocity, capital V indicates volume. So that's why mass flow rate is equal to a into v into rho. Volume flow rate is equal to a into v. Okay. So in this situation, there is a tube which is bent in the form of right angle. That means it is a pipe. It is a pipe. Let the pipe is bending at right angles at this point. Okay. Area of cross section of the pipe throughout is same, capital. The locality liquid is entering into the pipe. ఇలా వెళ్తాం లైక్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఏమవుతుంది, డైరెక్షన్ చేంజ్ అయిపోయి ఇలా వస్తుంది. ఓకే, లెట్ velocity of the flow of the liquid in this horizontal pipe is equal to v. It has some momentum. Momentum is equal to p. Therefore, if the liquid is flowing like this, there is a force exerted on the bend. Okay, on the bend. So to hold the tube in equilibrium condition, same force will be exerted on the liquid along this direction. Understand? Right. Next one. Again, after striking the bend at this point, the liquid flows like this direction. And the liquid is flowing like this direction, some force is exerted along this direction. Therefore, here the momentum of the liquid along this direction is p. Momentum along this direction is also equal to p. Both the momentums are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. Now, the change in momentum is equal to, according to parallel law of vectors, change in momentum delta p is equal to, what is the value? Delta p is the root of p square plus 2p square into cos theta. As p1 is equal to p2 is equal to p2. That is equal root of 2p square into 1 plus cos theta. Sorry. As theta here 90 degrees, cos 90 is equal to 0. That is equal to root of p square plus p square only 2p square. That is equal to root 2 into p. Root 2 into p. What is p? P is also equal to m into v. It is a change in momentum. Root 2 into m into v. We are having the force, force is equivalent to rate of change in momentum means delta p by delta t, that is equal to root 2 into m by t into v, that is root 2 into m by t means mass flow rate. dt can be replaced here as t. Therefore, m by t is also a into v into rho. A v rho into v, that is equal to root 2 into a v square into rho. So that is the formula for force exerted on the bend by the liquid, or the force needed, the force required in which the bend is in equilibrium position, that is given by root 2 into a into v square into rho. Okay, right. Next one. Up to this class we are doing some more problems regarding to Newton's second law of motion. There is another term in the Newton's second law which is called as the variable mass system. Variable mass system, best example is rocket propulsion. That rocket propulsion concept will be explained in the next class. But in this class, there is a simple concept, one more simple concept, which is nothing but impulse. Impulse. It is represented by time. What is meant by impulse? Suppose a large force acting on a body in a small interval of time, then the product of force and time is called impulse. Very interesting concept. Linear impulse. How did he define it? When a large force acting on a body in a small interval of time, then the product of force and time is called as impulse. Therefore, impulse I is equal to F into T, force into time, right? So again, impulse I is equal to F into T. Okay, ila vachesindi. Next one, what is the SI unit of impulse? SI unit. I units means F and T units kada. F is represented in Newton, time is represented in second. Newton second is the SI unit for impulse. What is the CGS unit of impulse? That should be dyne second. Okay, dyne second. These are the units of impulse. Next one, how this impulse is measured in general? Now here, impulse I is equal to, from this formula F into T. From Newton's second law, F is also equal to ma into T, since F is equal to ma, and it is also equal to m into acceleration A is equal to change in velocity by time into T. T cancel, m into v minus u or mv minus m. What is mu? Initial momentum. mv, final momentum. And this is equal to I equal to mv minus mu. This is also equal to change in